Hi again, welcome back on my YouTube channel. So I'm back again with another video, and today I choose to make a video about some content that I don't usually touch about, because when I started my YouTube channel I just want to post whatever, do whatever, and in the process of actually helping someone, probably someone is going through it and they need to understand that they are not crazy, or they are not the problem, probably the people around you. So I'm just gonna make it as authentic as it is, because at the end of the day I have to share my perspective. We're all different, we are built different. So today I'm just gonna make a video about they are talking you out of it. Have you ever felt like these motherfuckers actually trying but so hard to make you doubt yourself, to the point that you ended up like, yeah, right, probably they are right, maybe I'm not built for this, or maybe it's just because of this and that. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about those motherfuckers or individuals who actually trying by all means to distract other people in their path. For example, okay, there was a girl that is actually a tarot reader. So she said something like she started a YouTube channel and she was doing tarot reading for like a while, to the point that she felt confident enough to start being of service to others, because initially she was hiding her gift. So she started her YouTube channel. So I was watching her and I just love her content. I just love everything about her. She mentioned that she talked about uh try about her YouTube channel to the wrong people. But initially she told her mom, I'm doing, her mother was very supportive, I'm doing tarot reading, and if you can tell your friend that, because she was actually what, marketing her business, marketing her gift in order to be reach a lot of people who actually align with her service. So the other worker, who happened to be a co-worker, she, or of her mother, she said, oh, I watched your child, she doesn't know what she is doing. And to think about it, she said that to a large to a few people who were around. Obvious that thing is it gonna make the person to doubt herself, because why, she's new in it. Obviously when you are starting something new you have a lot of doubt, you're scared, but eventually you just know this is what you want to do. It's just that you have a lot of anxiety. A lot of people who are doing business, they will talk about this, they talk about how scary it was, because it's something they've never done. It's something that they were just new in it, so they were just going about trusting themselves that it will work out. Because sometimes when you do starting something, you have to have a positive mindset, even if you're experiencing some obstacles or adversity. You just know it's part of it, but sometimes you have to know when to let go. So it should just to have someone who told you that you don't know what you are doing, it can have a little pain in it. It can make you doubt yourself, but eventually those people are the same people who actually talking taking you out of it, because eventually there's no individual who's actually happy doing whatever that they want. They will have a time and energy to go about to tell you that you won't make it, you won't do as much as you think, that you're not good as much as that. Have you ever been surrounded by people who never said anything positive about you, in terms of like they don't never compliment you, they never said anything, but eventually they starting to adapt your mannerism, your style, your everything. It's not just a outfit. You They start to do things like you way you do. Probably I'm a loner. They start to be a loner, and they start to read books, not because they love books, because they're trying by all means to act smart and whatsoever. And then the same thing that they try by all means to silence you in, because for example you are quiet, you're so quiet, oh you love reading, what's the point of doing that? And the next thing, the motherfuckers are doing it privately, and then they are sharing the same wisdom that you were sharing with them to others. And then you're wondering like, what? those copycat, I'm talking about that. Why, if you are not doing whatever that you're doing in the right way, you're doing it right, because eventually motherfuckers will never compliment you if they are motherfuckers that don't belong in your cycle. They're trying by all means to make you doubt yourself, but at the same time, the only things that they're trying by all means to make you doubt yourself, they're copying it. The principles and values that they've told you about, that you are stuck up, or you're so boring and whatsoever, they end up trying it because they know you're doing it right, you know you're doing exactly that is aligned with you. The motherfuckers who try by all means to have a problem with you being your authentic self, you know that. Oh, please, please, oh, please do, like, don't be like that. Like, they have a problem with you on the this city. Oh, what the hell? Your originality. They're trying by all means to make you doubt yourself, make you have a problem with the way you are actually living your life. Have you ever wondered why now they're trying to copy exactly that? To the point that they copy wisdom, copy the same things that you say. Like, there is actually another YouTuber who's Margie got the tea. There's something that she usually say, which says, "Who's gonna fire me because God hire me?" There's that quote that Margie got the tea usually say, whenever in her YouTube channel. So a lot of people started saying it, and they didn't give her credit. And initially I was like, but she's influential, so it's normal to have someone who's influential as her to have because she's a leader, she's leading, and a lot of people try to act like whatever that they don't give her credit. Instead, they don't even like her content, they don't just view her content, and then they don't like, they don't compliment, they don't comment, they don't do anything, they don't subscribe, they don't do anything. So but they have the audacity of going around with the same thought that she created, that who she said something like, God hire me, who's gonna fire me? I'm hired by God. She always say that in most of her video, and she also have t-shirt and whatsoever brand with that quote, because it's something that she started, and she started it, she's going about with it. So a lot of people are using that quote as if they invented it. They don't not saying who it came up from, those kind of people. The next thing, they act like the same wisdom they are showing, it's their wisdom. There was a time where I was feeling so badly, like the compliment would do good, because sometimes we're going through so much. Like, life itself is suffering, as Buddha once said. As life is suffering, it has a lot of challenges. Sometimes we have no energy, no strength to go about. So sometimes having someone to be like complimenting you at the same energy that you gave them, it helps. But to have people around you who constantly want to suck the energy out of you, but whenever you need some such way, positive way that can say, like, you're doing good, something simple, something simple as you're doing good. Instead, deep down, you're wishing that you can back off, you can stop whatever that you're doing. Probably you are a cricket player, and it's tough because it has a lot of competition around it, and you want yourself to be the best, and you don't feel like you are the best. Probably you're being critical to yourself, you're not even aware how much influential you have been. But the same people who went about it every time, they come at you every time, trying by all means to find, because they know you're a positive person, you're a loving person, and they'll be around you and then feeling energized because you're gonna tell them exactly what they need. But the motherfuckers want to do the same. Not that they are supposed to do that, they're obligated to do that, but the fact that they go around make you feel like you are not important, you are invisible whatsoever, but at the same time you're doing exactly that you are doing. Those motherfuckers are the same one who actually trying by all means to take you out of your path, trying by all means to talk you out of it. Have you ever I just ate something, I don't know, I guess it doesn't agree with my tummy. I feel wet, I'm choking. I guess they don't want me to say this, but you know what, I'm just gonna say it. They're trying by all means to make you stop whatever passion that you actually have, because they are afraid of who you're gonna become. they're afraid of your potential. They're already afraid of you, but they're gonna act like they're not, because what they wanna explode the part of you that is feeling insecure. They feed they feed on your insecurities. Whenever you are insecure, have you ever, like, I've noticed something. Whenever I'm feeling down, I usually attract the most awful people. Like, my vibration will be low, and the next thing I will attract some event that are actually low vibrational. For example, I'm not the usually okay. I have a beach face. Most of the time, people don't approach me, and I like that. So whenever I'm feeling like down, not full, like I am like in my energy, people have audacity to come on my DM and say shit things. So I'm like, what? Every time when I raise my vibration, and then that's when I actually feel like okay, whatsoever, and then I just attract what I need to attract, not the low vibrational state. And most of the time, when I'm in my low vibration, a lot of people, they think they can come at me and do whatever that they want to do that is actually low vibrational. And most of the time, because I'm that person who need a lot of time to actually digest what someone ever said, because I need to understand. I'm not that much of a reactor, so I just take my time to understand what the hell did that person said. So yeah, something like that. Every time you're raising your vibration, most of the time, people, whenever you're raising your vibration, there's other things that people say that you shouldn't cut off. People who are actually toxic, they're gonna fall off, and that is true. The more you raise your vibration, the more you speak whatsoever. For example, maybe that person usually come at you with the gossip, and then be like, you know what, I'm not interested in this gossip. I'm not interested to gossip about anyone. So I don't feel like this is what I want to waste my time on. And then they get offended. Okay, they get offended, and the next thing, they don't appreciate with that. They know whenever they have to come at you, they have to come correct, because eventually you can't always accept low vibrational things, because at the end of the day, life happens. So we going through a lot. As we going through a lot, we need love, we need positive people around us. So yeah, don't allow people who try by all means to talk you out of it. Sometimes it can be something simple as spiritual gift. Like, there are plenty of people who are being told they are witches, black witches. It's okay. Like, when we have a spiritual gift, there's a high possibility that you're actually a witch, but it depends whether you're a white witch or you're a dark witch. A dark witch is those people who actually perform dark witches in order to help other people to do witchcraft on others or whatsoever, bewitching others to stop your destiny. While a white witch is all about protecting their energy and peace, and at the same time helping other people who are actually vibrating high. For example, going for a white witch, probably you want a tarot reading, and you're doing a tarot reading. What about what is exactly, maybe they give a solution, but they don't perform the dark part whereby someone want assistance of doing spell work to kill someone. They don't participate in that. They'll be like, this is not what I want my service to be about. I don't need that energy. And then you let them go. So that's a white wish, because why would you want to do a reading to end up killing someone? Why would you want you tarnish your gift with such energy? So I'm talking about that. A lot of people, whenever you are have something different, they're trying by all means to talk you out of it. It's because they're jealous. Their jealousy can't handle the fact that you're gonna find out anytime sooner. There was a time where I had this awful. I even felt ashamed to even consider her as a friend, because that girl, guys, like, so she said something like, she used to be the meanest. Like, she never said anything positive about me. Every time she was pick up on me, whenever I have a hairstyle, she'd be like, oh, why didn't you do it like this? Oh, yeah, but she always has something bad to say whenever I'm wearing something. Oh, your collar, like, why it has a huge collar? Like, collar like are supposed to be like that sometimes. Like, everything, every time. Like, she never had something to say positive, but every time I used to shower her with affection and compliment, and eventually funny click on me like, I need to let this woman go. And one day she looked at me like, when someone is staring at you, but you didn't put much into it. You're just wondering why she's staring. At the time, I was just detaching from her, And she looked at me, and I don't know what, maybe she did a tarot reading behind my back or what, she tried to find out my future. She said, one day you're gonna be biggest thing. Like you're gonna be the biggest thing ever. And it was the first time I'm like, I'm looking at her. As much as she said something that is it I got offended by the fact that she has to know that. How did she? Okay, I know that most of the time haters usually get it fast about yourself more than you do, because most of the time you're going through a low vibrational state. You don't have confidence to approach your goals. You don't have any kind of positive about yourself. Maybe you self hate yourself. You constantly have a shit dialogue about yourself. You constantly criticize yourself. Constantly being hard on yourself for no reason. So most of the time it's because we tend to internalize what other people said about us. So for her to say something like that, I know she was very much into, she never hide that she actually do um witchcraft. But for me, I was kind of like um resisting, like she can go that hard. Like, do you know when you undermining people how hard they can go with being low? So sometimes like, no, there's no way she can go that low, that how ever ever since she said that, because I'm telling you, she was a bully. So whenever she said something like that, instead of giving me like it just gave me chills. Like I felt like she did something, like in terms of like she went through behind my back to find out who I am. Because I was kind of finding out who I am, but the fact that she has to know that part, it didn't give me good vibes. I just like felt like, no, this girl is up to something, and I just distanced myself from her for good. And that was the best decision, because every time you let go of people who are not good for you, whatever it's a career or a home or hometown whatsoever, you receive upgrade. I can't wait to leave my hometown, guys. I can't wait, but we will see. So I'm talking about things like that. They are talking you out of it, like, oh please, you are crazy. It's the same thing with dating people. Have you ever dated someone whereby you caught them cheating? If you're like, no, probably someone who looked like me, who looked like, there's no way. I did that. I remember asking, um I was actually in a very, very shitty relationship. So this guy, hey guys, so what he did, he treated me horrible, very horrible. So I was kind of like, okay. So I wanted to ask him one thing, just one thing. So he said to me, I asked him, why did he left me with no food in his place? Why did he do that? Why did he? And someone saw him on campus on a cafeteria. So he was actually having breakfast. Mind you, whenever he was in my place, I made sure that it was comfortable. I made sure that he had food whatsoever. So it was one of those things where I'm asking him, like, why did you do that? When I ask him, why did you just go without preparing, like having anything for breakfast? And then I asked him before he left, at the time, I was like, what are we gonna eat for breakfast? He was like, breakfast is for kids. Breakfast is for kids. He said that. And then I went about, and it happened that I was having a class, so we were both in same university. So when I went, I was so hungry. Like I regret actually not being in my place. I regret with passion. I was so hungry and I didn't have money. So I was that kind of person when I was a student. I used to make sure that I carry lunch everywhere, even if like I don't understand people don't carry lunch, but at the same time it's depend. I just don't like wasting money on nonsense. I'm a very simple person, and carrying lunch, it save money. Like it save you from a lot. So like I was hungry, I don't know what to do. And then it happened that I didn't tell anyone about my situation. So I was that kind of person to keep things to myself, but at the same time trying to process what the fuck did just happen. And then she told me how I just saw your boyfriend in cafeteria. He was actually having a very lovely breakfast. You know, it just dawned on me like, okay, this is what it is. This is how it is. Like, you know, when someone is trying to almost talk you out of it, make you like you are being crazy, maybe you asking too much. You were just like I don't understand people who call out their girlfriend to be in their place and the next thing they stab them, even if it's a boyfriend. Why do you do that? Like I'll never understand the kind of like I will never understand it. So he I asked him for the last time. As but I didn't say things like I said, my friend, how he saw you in cafeteria. I said, yeah, he did. He saw me in cafeteria, and like, but you said breakfast is for kids. It just changed instantly. Like he changed, flip, and be like, no, I did that. I said that. There's no way I can like if I, like the thing about liars and manipulators, they don't keep the straight record because they have a lot of things to hide. They're just liars. They lie about everything. So they try and convince you out of it. They're trying to convince you to not to see how shitty they are. So there was my last point because there was so many things. It's just that there was actually my last point. Like, you know what? This person is really very evil. That was a most. It got me chills. Like I sweat. My armpit was sweating. Like I couldn't understand someone can go that low. So yeah, trying to talk you out of it. It's the same thing with trying to confront people who do witchcraft on you. If you find out, like for example, that someone did witchcraft, don't expect them to be like, I did witchcraft. Have you ever find a narcissist who admit to their mistake? No. People who do witchcraft on other people to block their blessing, even if you are that kind of a person who will never do that. And maybe like they're not doing witchcraft and you've done nothing wrong. Like you wanted them to be the best version of themselves and nothing else. So when you're confronting that person, why do you expect them to be honest? Why it feels like you are expecting them to be honest, but at the same time you just know who they are. There are plenty of times probably you never even got any kind of advice, a positive advice. Probably they gave you advice, they want you to sabotage your life, and the next you expect to confront someone who done a witchcraft on you. Like, I know you didn't done a witchcraft on you. Probably you went to a tarot reader and the tarot reader told you that we party did this and that, and then it finally clicked. Probably you were thinking about it, but in the next thing having someone confirm that, and then it finally makes sense because most of the time they say sometimes I most find them doing something on the food, like you know. So it's a confirmation, but at the same time you want to confront that person about what they've done. It kind of like, I don't advise people to do like to actually confront people done witchcraft on them, but if you want to, you have to be very not easily influenced, because people done witchcraft, they try by almost to find confidence in witchcraft because people like narcissistic people, they use witchcraft for power, they use witchcraft for confidence. So approaching someone who's full of witchcraft, who's done something on themselves with witchcraft, it's heavy, like it's so heavy, like heavy on the shoulders and whatsoever. So they will try by almost to talk you out of it like you're crazy. Even the consultation that you've done with the tarot reader, it will like it never happened, like you crazy. But I think we would say you are crazy if you're trying by all means not to believe that they can go that low, because when you know they can go that low, there's no reason to doubt them because you just know that person can be let low. So they try by almost to talk you out of it. They try by almost to talk you out of your dreams. Try by almost to talk you out of whatever that you want to manifest in your life, that you want to manifest in physical and whatever. You don't need to over explain yourself. You don't need to try by all means to make them stay in your life. Just let them go. If you feel like maybe for now is to let them go temporarily and maybe later on you're gonna reconnect with them, then well, it's fine. If it's fine with you, it's fine with your principles and values, then do it. But I will advise you to go with a lot of discernment because people are very shitty. So they will try by all means to talk you out of it. By that time, you didn't do anything wrong and you didn't do so anything like to stop your artisting, but they'll be so obsessed with doing that to you. Why are you so pressed about the fact that I want to be an artist? Why it's bothering you so much to for me to be an artist? Mind you, you don't even asking them to give you money, but they're so pressed about trying by almost to tell you, oh, there's no way someone can listen to your music. Music sucks. Like, why are you so praised? Like, why are you so praised? It's not like I'm asking you for money. I'm just telling you that I want to be a musician. I want to be a painter. And why are you so praised? Why are you so praised? Why you find it so hard to stop that? So thank you guys for liking, for sharing, for subscribing on my YouTube channel. Bye.